Hello, everybody. This is Coach T. Welcome back. You are on the series, What Am I Not Seeing? And today I am pulling cards from the map, The Enchanted Map by Colette Baring. And I'm going to ask for Spirit to guide us on this question and whatever comes to the surface about what we are not seeing. And the question at heart, at mind, that I'm going to be asking from Source is, how can I best serve the highest good in any situation? Because we are all dealing with different things. We're coming into our own. We are learning how to discern, no matter what the majority is thinking and feeling. We're really diving deep in, what do I believe? How do I feel about a situation? Instead of asking everybody for their opinions, we're diving deep in, going within and asking ourselves, what do I think? So with that being said, I'm going to dive right into this question about what it is that we all can be doing for the highest good of all in any situation that you're butted up against. Because I feel that is what many in the collective is seeking. Alexa, volume down. That is what most of us are really, putting our attention and our focus and our energy on, which is amazing. So why not ask for that little bit more of inspiration or motivation or passion to accomplish whatever you decide? It is actually that the affirmation is actually one of my incantations that I've been working with. So let's do this. So, Source, once again, how can I best serve the highest good in any situation? In any situation that the collective is dealing with, how can we serve? And that includes ourselves, guys. Self-care and self-love is so important, man. Get away from the television, get away from the news, get away from the newspapers and anything that doesn't feel well. Yes, we must be aware and be informed, but do not mandate yourself. Do everything in little increments. I mean, anything in moderation. Anything in moderation. Yeah. So, what and how can we serve the best we can in any situation? What are we not seeing, Source, that would best? There we go. That's awesome. Ooh, okay. Awesome. Very awesome. I love it. Thank you, Source. So, okay. And I'm definitely going to pull for a clarity on all three of these. On what am I not seeing, Source, that would surely benefit the highest good of all? What is this? Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. Here we go, guys. So the first one I got, slow and steady. Man, we have spent so many years and moons and lifetimes of trying to get from point A to point B, and we're missing all the juicy things, the things that we were that we knew that we were going to face in order to expand and grow in this automobile, in this dimension, in this physical body. So, slow and steady, guys. Slow and steady. There's no rush. And you can't get this wrong because you're not going to get this done. So that should release a lot of stress on a lot of people. Just know that whatever you decide, you can't go wrong by listening to yourself, trusting yourself and your higher self, whether it's God, universe, guides and angels, Source, conversations with God. I have just upgraded mine to the advocates of life. Advocates of life. Remember the old clinch of slow and steady wins the race. This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace, enjoying life, guys, simplicity, allowing things to be leisurely paced will give you the greater access to your dreams. Slow down allows more contact with your juicier elements of your wisdom, of your story, of your life. Savor them, embrace them. Gratitude, guys. Gratitude for your heartbeat, your pulse, the people in your experience, even if they irritate you or drive you nuts. I want you to be grateful. I want you to be on their qualities and watch their qualities start to heighten in your experience. Yeah, we got to stop pushing things forward impulsively, because when we push against things, guys, we bring more things to push against, and we feel like we have to defend ourselves a lot. We have to defend this and defend that. And if you take full responsibility, keeping your nose on your own face, guys, and just ride the waves, take it easy, chill out, breathe, meditate, just quiet the mind. Go on this YouTube channel and you will find Intuitive Reset, and just get into your heart and get out of that mind for a little bit. Give your mind a break and allow the mind and the heart to harmonize so that you feel so great. Less headaches, guys, less putting stress on the body, because when the body's not at ease, you release a whole lot of adrenaline and so many other chemicals that was meant to protect you. And most of us walk around and we're releasing all this as if we're running from a tiger. We're not running from a tiger. Most of us are running from ourselves. So keep that in mind, that the body at ease means that your cells are at ease. You're not creating diseases. That's what disease is, a cell not at ease. Look it up. So steady. And you want to do it slowly in your time. There is no stamp on your instructions for yourself that it has to meet this time frame. Slow and steady, guys. The next one, making a choice. Many of us have not made a single choice for ourselves in so long that it was normal for other people to make them for us. And they never work out, guys. When you hand your power over for somebody else to do something that is not designed for them to do, they can only come from their perspective, from their highest good, from, even if they have your best interests at heart, they cannot make the best decisions for you. So making decisions is crucial in our healing right now. And no matter what that decision is, big or small, make a decision today that whatever decisions or things that you are butted up against, that you are going to go and you're going to make the decision for yourself. Do things differently, guys. So let's go into making decisions, man, because we are all being faced with discernment right now. What is your truth? Not her truth or his truth or the, collective truth, so to speak, but what is your truth? Where does your energy fit into the big plan, to the big picture? Discernment. You're required to come to a decision right now. And many of us are being faced with these decisions. What is your beliefs? What is in the highest good for your path? And we really need to get the right and wrong out of the perspective. It's how do you feel about certain things? Does it resonate? Does it sit with you? Do you feel good in your skin when you think about certain things or want to do certain things? Or is your heart full of love? Or is your heart full of hate? These are serious questions and decisions that we are facing right here as we speak. And we've always been faced with these, but they're so real that they're in our face. They are so in our face that there's no more denying these decisions that need to take place. I don't know how many times in lives on Facebook, on MeWe, or right here on YouTube, where I've said to you guys, God, universe, guides and angels, source, conversations with God, any of these labels, I tell you to own it. What is this energy to you? Are you working with this energy? Are you pushing against it? So making decisions, guys, is what that is coming to the surface, and why so many people feel out of control at this point, because they've literally suppressed it, or they've ignored it, or they've handed their power over for other people to decide for them, that they are clueless on how to make a decision for themselves. But don't worry, your higher self, whether you are actually aware or not, there is universal laws in place that is always got your back. But how cool is it when you co-create with your label, your higher power, and create the things that you want? So you don't have to go through so many lessons to turn them into blessings. So making choices, guys. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Look around, guys. We're all butted up against decisions on what is best for you and for me. What is that right choice? Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it. No more blame games. No more victimhood, guys. Look around. That stuff don't work. It don't work. Yet, you needn't be afraid of this. This was always a part of the plan. It was a part of the plan for us to forget so that you could expand and you could grow and get out of comfort zones and do things differently, so that we could, in a collective, in the collective consciousness, to awaken even more people. It was all a part of the plan. You may not have all the answers right now. And for me, in the way that I've come to know things, sometimes, guys, having all the answers really, truly hurts us. It's better that we start living our lives and feeling our way through life, because that is truly the direction that would be in the highest good for all. Because everybody has a perspective. Everybody has a perception on something. We all have labels. All that has been judgmental, criticized, and misled. And the only way to really, truly know what your truth is to seek it. What is your truth today? Because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. So until you do something different, step out of your comfort zone and start telling a different story and doing, different tools and techniques and living life and walking the talk and teaching by example and doing things that feel good in your own skin, you will never know how it feels for you. Yeah, we can base things off other people's experiences. And yes, we're supposed to share. That is caring. And yes, vulnerability and sharing your story with your fellow souls was all a part of the plan. But they can't get you to where you want to go. They can spark a spark within you to get your light going. But unless you put the wood on the flame, it doesn't light. And then as soon as that person leaves your life, all of a sudden you're back to no light at all, or it's dim. Trust your intuition, guys. Trust your intuition, your GPS. Trust this beautiful management that you don't even have to pay a salary to, because they will never steer you wrong. And I can say that with conviction. You acknowledge them, you work with them, they got you. They even got you when you are in doubt of your own self. They will help you along to show you that they got you. But you got to be open. Got to be open and do things differently. Ask for a sign from your spirit, God, universe, and you will be led to the right path every single time. They won't skip a beat. If you remain conscious and aware, your choices will be the right one at the right time. And always know, guys, that perfect divine timing is never equal to our timing. To our timing. No. It was never designed to match up. Some people say they've been pretty close, but know that that's only because the components, the work that your higher self is doing was almost in completion. Life is always about learning, guys. If you want to be a good student, guys, forget what you think you know. Go in on a class or things that you're seeking, knowledge, books or classes or whatever you're being drawn to. Go in as if you've never seen any perspective on this at all. They are the best teachers when they can clear the slate and go in at a different perspective. They become the best teachers because they are open, they are flexible, they are not judgmental, they are not criticizing that, well, this is the way it is, this is the way I was taught, this is the only way that that it can happen. No. You want to be open-minded and open-hearted on everybody's perspective. And it doesn't have to sit well with you. It doesn't have to sit well with you. Just have compassion and understanding that there is different perspectives and different perceptions on everything around you. Allow people to do the same. Allow people to do the same. So I'm making this decision. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by the intuition and the spirit. This is about being authentic, guys. What works for you, what don't work for you, and allowing to share your experiences without allowing the ego to get in the way and say, well, my experience is worse than hers, or I haven't had it as rough as that person. Stop judging and criticizing ourselves, because our higher self is far from doing that. Whew. All right, so the next one, guys. Before I move on, just know that making a choice, making decisions for yourself, it may be scary if you've never done it before. And it may be so uncomfortable for you. But what I have found in my own experience and what I've come to know is the very thing that you're afraid of and that you fear Oh yeah, they're real. They're real as much as you make them real. But once you free yourself from being afraid or fearing something, it's the very thing that frees you from those chains. The very things that you're afraid of and fear are the very things that free you in your life. So, what is one thing that you are fearing today that you could free yourself from if you were just willing to be aware and acknowledge that you have the power to make it fear-based or love-based? You'll never know unless you do it. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Beginner's mind. Exactly. And, guys, even if there's some of the things I'm talking about, never, like, put yourself down that you don't understand anything I'm saying, because in perfect divine timing, everybody always comes in full circle. So you may not understand everything I'm saying right this minute, but in perfect divine timing, in your wisdom, in your story, that's when you'll get it. And no sooner. So the next one I have is follow the leader. This one right here, and it's in upright, so it's in reverse. So this is what we need to stop doing. We need to stop putting ourselves on pedestals. We need to stop putting other people on pedestals. We got to stop putting systems on pedestals. We got to stop putting money, energy on pedestals and things and cars and houses, and the list goes on and on and on. We have got to stop the following. We want to walk side by side with each other. Not one person ahead and one person behind, and I'm in this level and she's in, on a lower level or a higher level. We have got to stop the comparison, guys. We are all unique. We are all different. Everybody's success and their timelines and everything is unique. You cannot compare something that is not designed. How do I want to say this, Source? We are all unique. We are all connected, and we're all a piece of the puzzle. And look at a puzzle. Those pieces are not identical, but one missing piece doesn't allow the puzzle to come together, the big picture, the big vision. So the next time that you start to compare yourself to somebody, whether we perceive it to be, belittling someone or putting them up on a pedestal that they are better than you, I want you to think about that example of being a puzzle. Because there's bigger pieces, there's little pieces, but like I said, without all the pieces of the puzzle, the puzzle isn't completed. And we are each a part of that. Even though we're different, we're all connected. So I'm going to go into follow the leader in reverse. And I wish I should have showed you guys the card. And it's in reverse. Follow the leader. And this is the way most of us have been taught is, whatever other people have come before us, paved the way. No, man, we weren't meant to stay in idle. We were meant to make it even better. So if you're working with a coach or a mentor or, a minister or whatever you may be working with at the moment, know that they are walking with you. You're in partnership. Anybody that's ever done Reiki with me or any of my coaching knows we are in this as a partnership. We are healing together. And if you're walking into a room or you're on a call and they're pointing the fingers and asking you what is wrong with you or what did you do and this and that, I personally have come to know, walk out of that room. Walk out of that room. It's a partnership. You are drawn to them for a reason, for both of you or the whole group to heal something they got going on within them. So if you feel like it's the blame game, the finger point, and you feel bad about yourself, please take note and do something different that uplifts you. Yes, we got to get real about our shadows. We got to get real about, the patterns and the beliefs that we've been taught to believe and stuff. But you should still always feel comfortable in your own skin. Nobody should be better than you, and nobody should be lower than you. And if you feel that way, please seek out new guidance, new mentoring. And there's a million of us out there that will go into working with you from a partnership. So I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you, Source. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. So let me go into the reverse. And this is what we need to remember about following the leader. In reverse, the follow the leader card offers a gentle push to get up and take your own damn lead. Excuse my mouth. No, I'm not sorry. Take your own life into your own hands and do what you feel you need to do. In a relationship or a partnership, be the one to voice what must be said. If you find, matter of fact, one of my soul sisters and me, we had one of these intimate conversations this morning. You can find Miss Grace on Divine Rebel right here on YouTube and on Patreon, just like me, and in the Ascension team on Facebook. We were talking just about this, about the relationships and the partnerships, and that be the one that talks about the things that need the priority, the things that need to be talked about. Be that person to speak your truth from a loving space. Because when you do that, everybody benefits. If everybody is afraid to say this or afraid to do that or afraid to feel what they feel and follow that, that's how many people end up on pedestals. But if we all could just be that one voice and say what must be said, muster your courage and speak your needs out loud. You need something, speak of it. But don't manipulate, don't criticize, don't judge. Figure out how that need could be met by taking full responsibility about what energy you are sending out and why that need is you're facing. We're all abundant beings. And affirm what you like and what you feel. Don't just hope for someone else to fix your freaking problems. I know for many, many moons, I would sit back and I was waiting for somebody else to make me happy or someone else to pay my bills or someone to do this or someone to do that. And it never showed up. And then when things did show up for me, I was so far from gratitude that I started to block anything good coming in, anything. To the low. And the only person that had the power to change things around, and you can use the word fix if you want, but I don't feel anything needs to be fixed. Everything's just a lesson or a blessing. But if you want to see that change in your reality, then start being that change. I mean that from the deepest part of my heart, that if you want change, you have to be the change, no matter who you are. Nobody's excluded from this. And stop waiting for other people to do it for you. That is manipulation. And that's why you're constantly always having to go outside of you to feel fulfilled. This is where addictions come from. Stop waiting for somebody else to get it before you decide to get it or to seek it. You figure it out. Yes, we are supposed to share and we are supposed to help each other. And when it is forced upon people to either help or to be helped, you're asking for disaster. You're asking for disaster. It is not the way energy flows. You cannot buck the current. You cannot buck the current of what you're sending out is what you get back 10 times fold. So this is huge. This is huge. So this is something that we're not seeing, guys, fully. Many are resonating with us, many may not be. And if you're not, then just use it as a reminder that this is not for the highest good of all. If you inquire is about a career or a project, you must take the initiative to draw up a proper plan. And if it's about a personal relationship, you must be clear about your intentions and your desires before that person is attracted into your life. You have got to be clear and be, do, and have the things that you're asking source for. Just the way it is. Boldly begin a discussion about how things really are and how to make the situation work for the highest good of all. If you got hidden agendas, if you got things that is a one-sided victory, no matter what you got going on, then decide today to go at it with a different perspective for a win-win situation for everybody that's involved, or walk away from it. Walk away from it. And trust me, if you don't walk away from it, these are the many phone calls that Coach T does end up with saying, I just wish I would have listened to my gut feeling. I wish I would have, put it out there that the highest good of all, not just for myself. It comes in full circles, guys. What goes around comes around, and it's not favorable to the good and the bad or the indifferent. What energy you send out is exactly the same energy, right down to every little nook and cranny of it that you put out there. So do this as soon as possible. You may be pleasantly surprised by the results. So boldly, like I said, discuss this and how things in the situation, no matter what relationship that you are trying to improve, ask for the highest good of all. Make it a win-win situation, or make a promise to yourself that you're going to walk away no matter what it happens to deal with. Walk away from something that is not in the highest good for all. So let's go into the next one. I just want everybody to take a moment that's watching this or watching the replay. Leave the comments below, guys, if this is touching home, or you need any kind of guidance through this. This was huge. This one was. And reach out to me, and reach out to any of the Ascension team, or anybody that you're called to. not just to us. Whoever you're called to, reach out to them. There's a reason for it. And take a nice deep breath in the collective and let that shit go. Just let it go. No need to hold on to that. Face it and let it go. Okay, so the last thing, the One Ring Circus. Guys, learn to open your mind, open your heart to new avenues, things that you would never, that your mind can't even comprehend that might work for you. Give yourself that leap of faith. Give yourself that opportunity to experience and love unconditionally in such a big way that your life would do a complete 360 with less energy and less actions than you've ever imagined. But you've got to get into the flow. So I'm going to go into this One Ring Circus. And I hope that, the things that is coming up of what we're not seeing, that you're actually starting to see. And that is a sign that you are on your path. When things are resonating, even if we don't like them, but you're acknowledging, oh my God, yeah. Do I mean to do it? Are you a bad person for it? No. I would feel that you were more selfish by holding on to things that you knew that wasn't serving you, that wasn't being projected out into my world, other people's world, authentic. Independence is the key now as you step into your journey today. Guys, look around. This is not just an individual thing. This is a collective thing. And all the way around the world, the key is independence. How can we remain free for the highest good of all? Others may not have the vision or the resources that you need. So don't criticize them. Don't judge them. They may not have your vision. They may not have your resources. But how can we teach people a new way of living? By you doing it first. By you walking the talk. By you, going through your day and everything that you're preaching about, teaching about, or saying, you're doing yourself. People aren't getting your words. Words don't teach nothing. They are hooked to emotions that is driving us. But I promise you that if you are being an example and you're walking the talk and you're teaching by example, people get that. So go out there and be the best damn version of yourselves and let others see you doing what you're talking about. That whether that's being vulnerable or being, good in your skin when you feel good and you're not hiding it because you feel bad for other people that don't feel well. No, that is not beneficial for them. No, you don't want to dim your light or lower your vibration for someone else to feel better. No, you don't want to rub it in their face either, but you don't want to, you want them to be attracted to your light so that they can see a new light. Whew, this is huge, guys. Recognize that all wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent and capable of moving forward with assurance. So just because we've had similar experiences, we've all taken different routes to get there. And we need to have that compassion and understanding that we do not know other people's story. If you don't want to be judged about your story and your wisdom, then stop doing it to another. That is why it keeps showing up. Self-reliance is so important. It always has been, but we're coming to know this more and more every day. Another aspect to consider in creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Healthy boundaries has coming up a million times in sessions and in downloads and intuitive hits with me. We need to have those healthy boundaries for ourselves set and stick with them. And stick with them. Be discerning about your partnership at this time. Everything is a partnership, guys. Take a look at it today and look at yourself and say, is this healthy? Is this adding value to yourself and others? Is this adding happiness to me? And if it's not, why are you holding on to it? Whether it's a person, place, or thing, why are you holding on to it if it's not adding value? If it's not adding joy, if it's not allowing you to be at ease, why are you continuing to do this? It's just an indicator. You've indicated it, and now do the necessary things to get the toxics out of your experience, because nobody's going to do it for you. You must do it yourself. You can have people help you, but you've got to take the initiative and take the role of your own energy and figure out what works for you, what works best for you. Independent relationships are always mutual supportive, and stimulating and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. So what I want to say is, when you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and others begin, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. So if you take care of you and your energy and everything that you got going on without butting your nose into where it doesn't need to be, you will find that your connections, your soul family, your tribes, your clients, your and if you're a student, the teachers. One great, amazing person in history says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. There's a lot of truth to that. And we're all students and we're all teachers. But healthy boundaries is what, keeps us in that flow, in attracting the right people at the right time, the right souls at the right moment. You got to feel that. There ain't no book, there ain't no class, there ain't no video that is going to teach you anything better than what you can teach yourself, what you feel. Learn to trust that, guys. You are never going to hear somebody say, I went and get, that I listened to my gut feeling and it was totally wrong. No, what you hear all the time is, I knew it, I felt it, and I didn't listen. That GPS, that intuition, that gut feeling is why I truly believe, and I've come to know why we did not come with paper instructions like everything else in our experience. Because those instructions lies right here. And whatever you pull out is perfect for you. What you decide is perfect for you. May not be perfect for somebody else, but it's perfect for you. And you've got to be okay with that. So let's finish up on this One Ring Circus. And this also is a tunnel vision that we are letting go of. Like I said, man, independence and in being with your cup full is the best thing that anybody can be doing right now. Whether you do it in bits and pieces in solitude, or you give yourself an hour every day to go into solitude and check in throughout your day. Excuse me. And going through your day and checking out what is working for you and what's not. And then making the necessary choices and decisions for yourself. So this is quite heavy. I'm going to let you guys go. Always, guys, take these videos. If they resonate, they resonate. If they don't, there's amazing people out there. Whatever you're seeking, whatever you're looking for, will be drawn to you. So until tomorrow, guys, I am going to sign off. And if anybody is drawn to reaching out to me, please do. And always check me out on Patreon, where I teach Reiki for the people that are drawn to it. And until next time.